How's it going, my peeps? You guys know what time it is. It is now time for the Payback 2014 prediction game video. So Payback's this Sunday. Personally, I actually thought Payback was going to be the week afterwards, so not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And then Monday or on Sunday, I found out that actually Payback is this Sunday. So, hey, that's cool with me. You know, Payback, there's some pretty interesting matches on the card. The one I'm interested in the most would have to be Evolution versus The Shield, the rematch. See, the first match was great. And this one, I'd say, has even more potential. Because you still got The Shield versus Evolution, except it is Elimination, and it is no holds barred. So anything can happen. They can use weapons, they can use tables, they can use whatever. So, should be a cool match. And also, we've got both the US and IC championships on the line. You don't see that too often, both championships on the line on the same pay-per-view. Sometimes you'll see the US title on the line, IC title on the line. Actually, I don't know. As far as the US title though, I don't remember the last time it was defended on pay-per-view. It's been a while. Because, you know, Dean Ambrose was the US champion, but also he is a member of the Shield, so oftentimes he'd be in the match teaming up with the Shield, instead of being in one-on-one competition defending the US title, while Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, you know, have like a, I don't know, I guess a random 2-on-2 tag team match or something like that. But also something else to note is that there is no WWE World Heavyweight Championship match for this pay-per-view, so this is the first pay-per-view in a while where there hasn't been a title defense, like the main championship isn't being defended. Now, of course, the reason for that is Daniel Bryan, the champion, is injured, so we find out this Sunday if he surrenders the title or Brie Bella gets fired. I'm actually curious to see that segment, because I think that's actually one of the more unpredictable things when it comes to Payback. I don't know, is Daniel Bryan gonna vacate the championship, or is he still going to remain champion? I think the reason why it's so unpredictable is because I don't think anybody knows right now how long Daniel Bryan's going to be out. So it's hard to, you know, I guess come to a conclusion or predict what's going to happen when you don't really know how long he's going to be out. Because, for instance, if he's out for a year, which, you know, I doubt he's out for a year. I highly doubt that. He's probably out for, you know, like 3 months or something like that. But if he's out for a year, I think it'd be safe to say that he's vacating the championship. I don't think we'd see, you know, an entire year without a champion, or without a defending champion. But, you know, that's kind of exaggerating things. Actually, that's exaggerating things a lot. So, on top of that, of course, because of that, instead of the 8 matches we saw in Extreme Rules, there is 7 matches on the Payback card, but also you've got, like I said, the segment where we find out if the title is being surrendered or not. Anyways, let's actually get down to the predictions, and let's start it off with the kickoff. It's back to being called the kickoff, because I think for Extreme Rules, or was it WrestleMania? I'm not sure. I think Extreme Rules, it was called the pre-show, and then before Extreme Rules, or before WrestleMania, it was called kickoff. And now it's back to being called kickoff. Or maybe I'm mistaken here, but I'm pretty sure at Extreme Rules it was called the pre-show. Actually, I think it was called both the pre-show and the kickoff, because on the website it was saying pre-show, I believe. And then on the show, I think Josh Matthews mentioned that it was the kickoff. So I guess you just, you know, you can call it whatever. Anyways, the kickoff match is going to be a rematch from Extreme Rules. It's going to be El Torito versus Hornswoggle, except this time it's not Wheel C. By the way, that match, I thought that was a pretty entertaining match. So, and I went into it, you know, not expecting anything too crazy, but it exceeded my expectations. But at the same time, I wasn't going into it thinking, you know, the match was going to be bad. I thought it was going to be an entertaining match, but it was more entertaining than I thought it would be, actually. So yeah, it is mask versus hair. So if El Torito loses, he loses his mask, he gets unmasked, and if Hornswoggle loses, then we get to see Hornswoggle without hair. The last hair versus or mask versus hair match was actually CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. Speaking of that, Payback is in the same arena as Payback last year. So, but this time CM Punk is not, on the card, or at least, he isn't announced on the card. I don't think we're gonna see CM Punk. So, anyways, let's actually get back on topic here. So, as far as this match goes and who I think is gonna win, well, at Extreme Rules, I went with El Torito, and I thought it was a pretty easy decision. I didn't really see Hornswoggle picking up the victory. I didn't think he had, a big chance at beating El Torito, especially in the first ever WLC match. And in this case, I think it is the same case as Extreme Rules, where I'm gonna go with El Torito on this one, and really, I don't see Hornswoggle picking up the victory here, for a number of reasons, which I'll go into detail in my actual detailed prediction and simulation of the El Torito versus Hornswoggle match. So yeah, my pick, El Torito. And then following that, you've got probably Rusev. I was going to say Alexander Rusev, but it is Rusev now. It is Rusev versus Big E, and I'd say this is Rusev's not only biggest challenge yet, but I think this is going to be his most entertaining match yet. Because so far, all his matches, and I'm not including NXT here, but all his matches on Raw and SmackDown have been under like 2 minutes. Some of them under 1 minute. This one I think will actually be his first match to. And also, I'm excluding. What am I talking about? I'm excluding the Royal Rumble match because that wasn't a one-on-one match. He did last in the Rumble longer than a minute or two. But as far as one-on-one matches goes, I'm looking forward to this one because I think it's going to be the first, I guess, real match or real back and forth match for Rusev. And although I think the outcome might be like predictable, in my opinion, I'm still looking forward to this because it's one of those matches where you've got these two guys who wrestle. I wouldn't say exactly the same style, but they're roughly the same size. They're two, built as two strong guys. And it's like, when people wanted to see Sin Cara versus Rey Mysterio, when people want to see CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, two people who are kind of in the same category, not just in size, but also ring style. But in this case, Rusev kind of has a unique ring style. But like I said, I think this is going to be an interesting match, or at least I'm looking forward to seeing the match. And as far as the winner goes, I'm going to go with Rusev remaining undefeated, so I think Rusev wins this one. And then after that, you've got the United States Championship match. It is going to be Sheamus defending the title against Cesaro. Now, this one, I actually think is one of the harder matches to predict on the card. Because Cesaro right now, he's getting a push. Sheamus, he just won the championship in the Battle Royal against Dean Ambrose. So it's been, what, less than a month now that he's held the championship. So, it's... I don't think Sheamus is going to lose the championship this soon, but at the same time, Cesaro's getting pushed. So, who knows, maybe... And I've been saying since he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, he has to go on and, win some big matches, win some championships, and, get some more accomplishments under his belt. And the United States Championship might just be one of those accomplishments. So it was a hard one to pick, but in the end, I'm going to go with Sheamus picking up the victory. And then you've got the Intercontinental Championship match. It's going to be Bad News Barrett versus RVD. Now this one, I'd say is easier to predict than the US title match, and I'm going to go with B&B. Bad News Barrett winning the match and retaining the IC Championship. And then you've got the Divas Championship match, the champion Paige versus the number one contender, Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox's character has actually been getting pretty interesting lately. A couple months back, not even a couple months back, like a month back, her win-loss record was pretty bad. She was losing a lot of matches. We didn't see too much of Alicia Fox, or Alicia Fox's character. But now, Alicia Fox is getting interesting again. But when it comes to her chances of winning the match this Sunday, winning the Divas title, I don't think her chances are too great. Now, I think her chances are actually better than Tamina at Extreme Rules, especially because of the the recent, I guess, gimmick change or character change. But I'm still pretty positive that Paige is going to hold on to the championship at the very least until AJ comes back and invokes her rematch clause. So, after that, yeah, my pick, Paige. Anyways, after that, it is Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, a rematch from WrestleMania and Extreme Rules, except this time it is a last man standing match. So, who do I think is going to win? John Cena won the first one, Bray Wyatt won the second one. Who's going to win the third match? I think John Cena is going to win this one. And then for the main event, the 6-man elimination no-holds-barred tag team match between The Shield and Evolution, the rematch from Extreme Rules. Now this one was also a hard match to predict. I was going back and forth thinking, does Evolution win or does The Shield win? Because I think they both have really good chances at winning here. At Extreme Rules, I thought The Shield was going to, I thought Evolution was going to win the first match. Turns out The Shield wins. So now it makes it even harder to predict who's going to win the second bout. But in the end, I have to go with somebody, so I'm going to go with The Shield winning this. And as a bonus question, do you guys think Daniel Bryan will surrender the championship or not? I'm going to go ahead and say he doesn't surrender this championship. Anyways, that is it for my predictions. Now it's time for you guys to give me your predictions in the comments section below. Also, speaking of that, shoutouts to Football for Fans for getting every single match right in the prediction game video for Extreme Rules. So congrats to Football for Fans. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, as always, you can click that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And with that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.